Hey, shalom, shalom, everyone. This is Rabbi Yehuda ben Shomer, and I'm coming to you from My Sukkah. This is on the rabbinical calendar, 5771, on the secular calendar, the year 2010, and this is the first day of Sukkot. It's mid-morning, and I decided to bring my laptop out here and share with you some of the revelations that Adonai has given me sitting here in my Sukkah. I came out here early this morning with a hot cup of coffee, watching the sun come up, just in a prayerful attitude, in a prayerful heart and mind, and neighborhood cat decided to come and visit my sukkah. So being the hospitable rabbi that I am, I let the cat in. And animals just bless and enhance the high holy days. And I don't know whose cat it is. It's not my cat. It's the neighborhood cat. But he's soft. He's got a collar, so I know that he's well loved and taken care of, and he's really friendly. So I decided to let him sit on my lap and share being in the sukkah with me. But that's not the reason why I'm making this video. The reason I'm making this video is one of the things that I was thinking about is all the blessings that we say prior to fulfilling the commandment, especially in Sukkot. There's a blessing that we say before we shake the lulav and the etrog. There's a blessing that we say before we enter the sukkah and dwell in the sukkah and eat in the sukkah. There's blessings for putting on the talit and the tefillin and things like that. And I was thinking, you know what? You can't rush to fulfill a commandment. You can't rush a commandment. You can't rush a mitzvah. And there's a reason and a purpose for this. Why can't we rush it? For the simple fact, there's a prescribed blessing to almost every mitzvah we perform. And I think it was done like that on purpose, that the rabbi and sages of blessed memory, peace be upon them, began this holy and sacred tradition of saying a blessing before we perform virtually any mitzvah, so that we can take a mini Shabbat. Because in our zealousness to fulfill a commandment, we want to fulfill a commandment and rush through it, not because we want to get it over with, but we can't wait to do it. But a blessing causes us to stop. It forces us to stop and take a mini Shabbat and to savor the moment, to imprint it upon our heart and our mind. It's like eating a good meal. You don't rush to pig out on a good meal. You stop and you savor each and every bite. And so that flavor just gets imprinted on your palate. Well, your soul has a palate. And when you say the blessing, it's like the mitzvah you're about to perform is imprinted on the palate of your soul, and you enjoy it, and you savor the moment, and you take time for it. It's like proposing to your spouse. You don't try to get in the Guinness Book of World Records to see how fast you can propose to your spouse. No, you plan it out. You pick the place, you pick the time. You choose the restaurant, you choose the venue, you make sure the ambiance is right. And then right at the right moment, you pop the question. You get down on your knee and show her the ring and pop the question. And it's a beautiful, memorable moment that is imprinted on your soul forever. Because it's a life-changing moment and you want it to be memorable. You want 30 years from now to be able to brag to your kids and grandkids how you proposed to your wife. And when you make a moment memorable like that and stop and take time to plan it out, you remember every detail. And so it's like saying a blessing before performing a mitzvah. You say the blessing and it gets your heart and your mind in the right place and the right attitude so that when you perform the mitzvah, you're fully conscious, physically, mentally, and spiritually of what you're doing. And you savor and you enjoy it so that 30 years from now, you can say, I remember the year 5771 on the Hebraic rabbinic calendar, or I remember on the Gregorian calendar 2010, when I spent time in my sukkah, and when I fellowshiped with Adonai, and Adonai gave me fresh revelation like manna from heaven, and he taught me things and showed me things, and I learned new things, and it was just such a beautiful and intimate time and a beautiful and intimate moment. That's why we say blessings before we perform a mitzvah. It's to make it memorable and impressionable upon our heart and our mind and our soul. And so that's the first revelation that I received this year for my sukkah. There'll be many more to come. Thanks for watching. Shalom. Bye-bye.